2 here. I got shut off in my previous video due to storage space. So, I was at Cowboys and Aliens in my previous video. So, this is part 2 to my Halloween slash horror slash thriller slash fantasy movies and shows. So, this one is more of like an alien slash robot alien slash fantasy type of movie, sci-fi movie. So, this is Cowboys and Aliens, starring Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford. You can't go wrong with those actors, and it was interesting, to say the least. So, if you watch it, you'll probably like it, in my opinion. Can't forget about Olivia Wilde in that movie as well, and Sam Rockwell. This one here, I think I got that for, I had to use some voodoo codes, and I got it for $5, I believe. This is Vince Vaughn and Catherine Newton. Freaky. I really need to watch this thriller slash horror movie. It is very interesting, if you've watched the preview, to see Vince Vaughn in this character. They switch bodies. It's like Freaky Friday, but in a horror slash thriller movie. Vince Vaughn switches bodies with this girl, and this girl switches body with Vince Vaughn. So basically, now Vince Vaughn has the body of a high school girl, and this girl has the body or the spirit of a serial killer. They switch souls, basically. They switch spirits. And now they're in the wrong body. So now she's a serial killer, and he's a teenage girl. That's bound to be entertaining. They say this is horror and romance, Red Riding Hood, starring Amanda Seyfried, who is also in the other movie I just mentioned earlier. So, you'll see the list of actors and actresses above there. I have not watched this movie, but several people recommended it that I've spoken to online, and so I'll have to check it out. They say she feels torn between two men. She loves Peter, but her parents intend that she marry wealthy Henry. Valerie and Peter are going to run away together, but her sister is killed by a werewolf before they can put their plan into action. The villagers call on the help of Father Solomon, played by Gary Oldman. He's always good at movies. A famous monster hunter who warns that the beast takes human form by day. Then Valerie suspects that the werewolf is someone she loves. That'll be interesting, probably. Like a love triangle slash horror movie. Sounds a little bit like, kind of like a Twilight type of movie. And The Mummy. I'm a big fan of Brendan Fraser. I love Brendan Fraser. He's an awesome actor and a very awesome person. And so yeah, the Mummy trilogy. I have actually not watched. I've watched one of the movies when it was on TV a long time ago. I need to watch them again because it was so long ago I barely remember a lot of it. But yeah, the Mummy trilogy. And then Tom Cruise redid the action slash horror movie, The Mummy, in 2017. So I have not watched that one yet. I actually own it. I got it for, I think it was $3.99, $4. I'll have to watch it. The Mummy with Tom Cruise. This is the cast here. It's actually going to be on various networks very soon. So, it didn't get very high rating on Rotten Tomatoes, but the Google users liked it, so I don't usually pay any attention to the critics. But yeah, that's the Mummy movies with Brendan Fraser, and the latest one with Tom Cruise. Chloe Moretz is also in this one, as well as Johnny Depp. It's Dark Shadows, and this is a very strange movie, very unusual. But that's Chloe Moretz right there. And here's the cast: Johnny Depp, Eva Green, Jonathan Freed, Chloe Grace Moretz, Bella Heathcote, and Michelle Pfeiffer's in it. Helena Bonham Carter was also in, the Johnny Depp movie with Armie Hammer, and in the remake of The Lone Ranger. So this is one of those dark fantasy, comedy, horror, thriller movies right here that's kind of, you have to watch it several times before you actually can kind of appreciate it, really, I guess. This is another movie that I wanted to watch, Happy Death Day. I got it for $4 or so years ago, and Happy Death Day to You. I think it was also a $5 deal back several years ago, but I need to watch them. I haven't watched them. Happy Death Day and Happy Death Day to You. It was kind of like a horror version of Groundhog Day, so I thought I'd watch that. But I have not watched them. I have not watched them yet. So she repeats the same day over and over, and she has to find her killer. And Bretbart is a horror / thriller movie. I have not watched that yet. I plan on watching it. It's about this boy who's bullied, and he gains these superpowers. And oh, wait a minute, no, I was thinking of a different movie. After a difficult struggle with fertility, Tori Brayer's dreams of motherhood come true. Arrival of a mysterious baby boy. Brandon appears to be everything Tori and her husband Kyle ever wanted. He was bright, he was talented, curious about this world, but as he nears puberty, powerful darkness manifests within him, and Tori becomes consumed by terrible doubts about her son. And then he begins to act on these twisted urges. Those closest to him find themselves in grave danger. And that's a horror / Halloween thriller movie / sci-fi movie. This boy has these powers and abilities, and he turns out to be evil. But he's like, they try to steer him another way, but he's, according to what I've seen in the preview, he has these abilities that he can't control. Another movie starring Nina Dobrev and several others that I wanted to see was Flatliners. They flatline, do an experiment, and it's a remake of an older movie, but they flatline and they don't come back alone, basically. 5 medical students embark on a daring and dangerous experiment to gain insight into the mystery of what lies beyond the confines of life. The bold adventure begins when they trigger near-death experiences by stopping their hearts for a short period of time. As their trials become more perilous, each must confront the sins from their past while facing the paranormal, supernatural consequences of journeying to the other side. They don't come back alone, basically. I can watch that one on demand. I need to watch it sometime. This movie's called The Witch Files, and I just started watching that on Vudu, the Vudu free movies. And this girl here, I think on the right, she's got these mysterious powers and abilities, and she shows them off in school, makes the alarm go off, and then it goes from there, and she gains these friends who become part of her coven. They're a group of mistreated young women. They come together to form a powerful coven and discover they have the ability to grant their every wish, but soon find out the danger in channeling forces beyond their control. It's starring Paget Brewster and several others listed right here. It's called The Witch Files, or actually it's called the Salem Witch Files, but apparently just The Witch Files on the DVD. Now, on to a funny comedy Halloween movie, Fun Size. It's starring Victoria Justice from Nickelodeon and Jane Levy from Suburgatory and several other shows and movies. So this is a really funny movie, in my opinion. I liked it, I enjoyed it, and basically she's a high school senior who can't wait to get away from this dysfunctional family. Well, on Halloween, her mother decides to go out with a much younger boyfriend leaving Ren to look after her little brother, Albert. When Ren is distracted by invitation to a party of the year, Albert disappears into the sea of tricksters and trick-or-treaters, enlisting the aid of our sassy friend Jane Levy, who plays April. Two other classmates. Ren sets on a frantic search to find her sibling, and I believe Johnny Knoxville is in this movie. Yeah, he plays Jorgen, and he does a good job as well. But it's fun size. That's a pretty good movie. Apparently, it's going to be on HBO today at 10:15 tonight. So, fun size. That's a good movie, in my opinion. Now, on to some movies that I need to see or have been told that I should watch. Dracula Untold is a horror and action movie. It might be too bloody for my liking, I don't know. Some have said it is, but Dracula Untold. This is the story. I know Dracula was based on Vlad the Impaler, which was horrible. That is awful, by the way. Vlad is it's just very, very awful what he did. But yeah, I've heard I need to watch that movie, so online people said I should watch it. I've heard from some that this movie's good. I got it for free as a promotion years ago. Frankenstein. Some people said it was really good, and I have not watched it. But I did get it for free, and it didn't get a very good rating apparently on Rotten Tomatoes, Metacritic, but Google users seem to like it. 2 centuries after Dr. Frankenstein assembles and reanimates his creatures, Adam, played by Aaron Eckhart, is still living. He becomes embroiled in a war between 2 mortal races, gargoyles and evil demons. So, the protectors of mankind and the evil demons. So he has to kill them. Then he discovers his reason for his continued existence was to destroy the evil demon prince. So, this was in 2014. And it's starring these people right here. I have not seen these movies, but I'd like to check them out. Resident Evil series, I think they made 6 of these movies, so I'm a little bit late in watching them. So I'll check them out sometime. I do plan on watching the Resident Evil series. There are a bunch of these movies,